Okay, in today's video, I'll be installing this TopArchery sight, which you see right here. This is a riser for it. This is where I will be installing the sight. The way I grip it is like this, I think. This is the way I grip it, so I have to install it here, I think. But I'll show you how to do that. This is the back side of it. Let's get started. So it comes with this screwdriver. I don't know what this is for. I don't think there's any use for that. This is a sight. There's some kind of a carpenter's leveling thing here. As you can see, that little bubble. I think this is an illuminator for the fiber optics. You put it on the top here, screw it in there. So let me get that in first. Screw that in first. Screw that in. If you screw it in, if you screw the top part in, it turns it on. If you turn it clockwise, it turns on. If you turn it counterclockwise, it turns off, as you saw there. And we need this. We need to install this thing. I think the way this thing goes in is like this. I think it goes in. I think it goes in the opposite way. Yeah, like that, as you saw. It slides in there. Let me see how this goes in. Like that, slides in like that. I think we could screw it in to tighten it with the Allen wrench that it came with. There's another thing here. I think we put it in there. Make sure you loosen it first. Screw there with the Allen wrench so we could get it on. Like that, as you can see. So let's tighten it. You don't have to over tighten it, just make sure it's on there nice and firm. Okay, we'll figure out how to sight it in after I get it in. So here's the part here where it says TopArchery. This is how I hold it. There are two screws here. I think it goes in like this. Like that. So let's get some of the screws in. Just use my fingers to get it out like that. Next one the same. There's no instructions for this, unfortunately. I have to just figure it out somehow to get it on. There was absolutely no instructions when I bought this. Okay, so I got it in, so let's use the Allen wrench. To just get it into the thread. Same thing here. Okay, now it's in there. I can tighten it now. Goes in just like that. I think we could, here's the sight. I think I wanted a little bit higher than this, so I'm going to have to go in here to this and then loosen it. So I could adjust the elevation, turn it counterclockwise. Now I could adjust it, as you can see. If it's too low, it's going to hit the arrow. You can see that it would hit the arrow. That's not good. So it should be a little bit higher. I don't know how high it is. Maybe make sure there's an arrow clearance. Let me get an arrow and see. Whoops. Try to test it in the riser and see if it's okay. That's about right. Okay, that's about right. That's not too bad. Okay, I could make it a little bit higher if I want. Maybe I'll make it here. You'll have to play around with it as you shoot your arrows to find out what elevation you should adjust it at. But I'm going to adjust it there for now. I'll figure out how to sight it in when I start shooting this. I'm going to tighten it now. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now it's tightened. So here's the fiber optic sights. I turned on the LED, as you can see, right there. I could turn it off as well. And when I'm shooting it, I would turn it on. When I'm not shooting it, I would not turn it on. I think we could also, I don't know if we could put it on the top. Let's see if it's possible. Or is it just a side? I don't see any threads here, so probably not on the top. But I'll just try, just to make sure. No, there's no threads there. I do not see any threads on the top. Just right here then. Let me get the thread on. It's hard to do on camera. Okay, it's on. So like that. Okay, so to adjust the elevation and the windage, elevation is up and down. Windage is side to side, so the windage you would adjust it by adjusting this right here. I'm sorry, not that. Here, moving, manipulating that screw right here, hex screw. So I'm going to loosen it up by turning it clockwise, and I can move this. As you can see, I can move the windage. I can move it to the left, or I can move it to the right, as you can see, like that. So you could adjust the windage wherever the arrow hits. You would adjust the windage to that as you shoot the arrow, and whatever you determine that to be, after you finish, you just tighten it by turning it clockwise. So to loosen it is counterclockwise, to tighten it is clockwise, like what I'm doing here. So that's tightened, as you can see. So that's how the sight looks like. If I want to adjust the elevation, then I have to adjust. Let me see which screw. I think it's this one right here, the one that's on the side. I think counterclockwise, loosen it like that. And I could adjust the elevation, as you can see, like that I'm doing here. I just lowered the elevation. I could raise the elevation as well. But I'll have to do that after I start shooting to know where the point of impact is. That's how I can sight in this bow, so I can be accurate with it. So I know where the point of impact is, so I can adjust it with the sight. Basically, that's how you sight in anything. You find out where the point of impact is, and you try to adjust the windage and the elevation to that point with the sight, and that's how you sight it in. It could be with a rifle, or in this case a bow or a crossbow or anything. That's how you sight it in. That's pretty much how you. That's pretty much all you have to do to sight it in, is to adjust this for the elevation, the one on the side, the one on the top, I guess, here is for the windage. You could adjust the windage. It's counterintuitive. The one on the side is for elevation. The one on the top is for windage, left and right. So that's pretty much it for this part. If you found it helpful, please leave a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.